I love the sound of perfectly cooked grilled cheese. It pairs wonderfully with my homemade tomato soup. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Brandy from Stay Snatched, and today I'm sharing my homemade creamy tomato soup recipe along with all of the tips and tricks on how to make perfect grilled cheese. I'm gonna start with the ingredients. I have some canned crushed tomatoes here. You can use fresh tomatoes if you wish. I have some classic veggies, celery, onions, carrots, minced garlic, along with Italian seasoning, salt, pepper, and I also have some sweetener. You can use sugar. I'm using monk fruit here just to balance out the acidity from the tomatoes, along with some broth. I'm gonna start by using a Dutch oven on the stove. I'm adding some olive oil here. You can use any heavy bottom pot that you wish. I'm gonna add in my vegetables. I'm gonna saute these vegetables until they're soft and translucent. Those onions are fragrant. And after sauteing those veggies, I'm gonna add in those crushed tomatoes along with the broth. And then next, I'm gonna add those spices along with that sweetener. Here's where you wanna taste repeatedly, make adjustment to the spices as needed. This is your soup. Add all of the flavor that you like. Gonna give everything a stir, and I'm adjusting my heat on the stove to medium high because I want to get this to a rolling boil. Once this reaches a rolling boil, I'm going to reduce the heat to low and place the lid on the pot. This is gonna cook for 20 to 25 minutes or however long it takes for those veggies to soften up. Then once those veggies are soft, I'm gonna use an immersion blender here to puree until everything is smooth. You can also transfer this to a high-powered blender. I've done this a few times, so I'm gonna use my immersion blender. One thing to note is that if you use the immersion blender in your same pot, you don't wanna scratch up the bottom of that pot, so I kind of stick to like the middle of the area of the soup when I'm pureeing, but it's easier to just transfer it to a bowl if this is your first time doing this, because the soup is pretty hot. You don't want to burn yourself. So I definitely want to put that out there. And once this is smooth, we're gonna get this rich and creamy. So I have some heavy whipping cream here. I'm gonna add this. This is also gonna change up the color a little bit. It was a deep red soup before. Now it's gonna turn just a little bit of orange. Just adds so much flavor. Completely optional, but this is my favorite way to make it. It definitely just elevates it from what could be a potentially boring tomato soup. So this is what I love to do. Check out that texture on this. I just love a nice, rich, smooth, creamy soup. Next, we're gonna make our grilled cheese. I grate my own cheese. I've got some mozzarella and some cheddar here. Mozzarella is great if you're looking for a good cheese pull. I get the blocks of cheese, I grate and shred them myself. And then I also have some brioche bread here. I love brioche for making grilled cheese because it toasts up nicely. Then plenty of butter. This is a couple of tablespoons. It may seem like a lot, but to make perfect grilled cheese, you gotta butter both sides of the bread. So I put one side down in the pan that already had some butter on it. I've added my grated cheese and I'm putting another slice of bread on there that has been buttered. I'm using a cast iron skillet on medium heat because they crisp up a lot better than a non-stick pan will. I mean, can you hear it? Check the receipts. And that's pretty much it, y'all. You really have to use the right equipment, grate your own cheese for your grilled cheese, use a cast iron or some heavy bottom stainless steel pan, and you're in business.